And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Whew, I hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OST as we return with the grand finals, those grand finales here of the WardiTV Monday number 56. We are back with our grand finals with the TVP, and sporting in the bottom right hand corner we do have ByuN from South Korea for Shopify, and in the top left we do have Clem for Team Liquid. If you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. I do apologize, as unfortunately I'm not in the lobby, so unfortunately I'm not in game. I'm going to be providing the feed here from Wardi's channel, and I should be able to join game 2, game 3 and onwards, of course. Unfortunately they did begin without us, so a bit of a feels bad, man. I clicked on the lobby, he just went anyway. feels bad, man. Feels bad. So we don't have any in-game sound, so just bear that in mind. And likewise, of course, we have no control of the camera either. But regardless, we're at least able to get it into our series. And again, best of luck in the chat with those predictions with that TVP. Once again, of course, Clem, he has not played Terran versus Terran in a year. He has been avoiding that matchup. Instead, he does play Protoss at a very high level. He's one of the best Protoss players in PvT in the world, and I do favor him coming into this series. We'll see if ByuN can hold his own. We can see if he can hold his own. We'll see if he can keep up. For now, is setting up, going for his low ground CC. Does go for a double gas opener into a faster factory, into a delayed command center from the side of ByuN. Meanwhile, Clem going for a standard opener. When it comes to Clem's build and when it comes to his play in this matchup, it's usually very standard. We expect to see 3-gate blink, but my apologies, that is a Stargate opener out of Clem. Bold move here, bold move out of Clem. Let's go. Let's see what he goes for. Let's see what he does embrace. I feel like a Stargate opener on Ruby Rock is quite risky. It's quite greedy, but I feel like you can take these risks and take these chances against specifically ByuN, right? ByuN, he's a very macro-oriented player in this matchup. He is not prone for all-ins, and what is strong against Stargate play? Typically 2 base all-ins. Early timing attacks can be very strong against this. That's one of the reasons why Stargate play did fall out of favor and fall out of fashion, especially on smaller maps, but ByuN is less likely to go for that. Here we go. Here we go. As we do have our Phoenixes on the way. Phoenixes are building up. Alright, could be building up here. Likewise, ByuN, he's going to try to break through. We have 4 Hellions towards the left. We have a Woodwine dropping set up as well. Ideally, you want to line them up, but no, ByuN, he just goes in, and bearing in mind the 4 Hellions, they can one-shot probes. Gets into the mineral line, and so far gets 1. Yeah, just the 1 probe kill, no major damage. Hellion does get caught, and Clem defends. So far, so good. Clem is holding, is defending. Here comes the mine job, hugging the south side of the map. Does hug the south side. And so far, does bypass those Phoenixes. So far, so good. It's quite committed. Actually, 4 Widow Mines. Hellions, they attempt to bust in, they distract the main army, they distract the gateway units, I should say. Phoenix is out of position, Widowmine drop is coming in. And we'll see if ByuN can pop off. Does unload. Clem, he reacts in time, he pulls away. Ooh, we'll lose a Phoenix though. Phoenix does go down. And there's still a mine shot left. Yeah, mine shot does pop off. 8 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. Brutal loss there for Clem. Losing 8 workers in the natural. And so far, so good. ByuN with a successful mine drop. Successful Widow Mine, successful Hellions as well. Again, that should not have happened, but Clem, he failed to lift up that final Widow Mine. Ooh, overextends. Yeah, big overextension here out of Clem. Self pulls away. And so far, coming into the mid game here, ByuN is in a decent position. He's building up his economy, getting his 3rd base on location. The Phoenix count is a lot lower here for Clem. Likewise, his economy is lackluster. It should be in a much better position. And we'll see how ByuN pops off. On the other side, Clem getting into Storm. Storm is on the way. Gonna be a splash damage of choice. We'd have to buy a follow-up here out of ByuN. Yeah, and we'll see if Clem can recover. Right now, I would say the pressure is mainly on Clem when it comes to harassing damage, when it comes to counterattacks. There's a lot of potential with Zealots, of course. But ByuN gonna do what he does best, just turtle up. Turtle up, defend back at home on 3 bases. Is setting up defensively. Oh, this is where I should have checked Indie stream instead. True. Get the Indie observing. As we're going up towards a longer game. The Academy on the way, waiting for the upgrades. Once the upgrades kick in, then ByuN can be active. You can start to move out. Checking on the bunnies. From here we have Storm. Clem is being active. I don't think he can quite break ByuN, but he's going to try. Splitting up his army. Zealous towards the south side. Nice EMP out of ByuN. He will clean this up. Storms are coming in. That's a lot of Storm. That's what, like 6 High Templar. Oh my god. Yeah, mass Storm in the army. Splits are decent from ByuN though. And there's only Templar. Yeah, there's no buffer. There's no buffer. There's no supports. Clemmy plummets in supply. And ByuN holds. ByuN, he defends well. Overall, he defends well. Oh, Prism does fall as well. ByuN shutting down the War Prism. Shuts down the Prism, and you can just see how much momentum ByuN has from the early game, referring to the early failed aggression out of Clem. A successful harass, I should say, from ByuN. And that's led into this game state. ByuN being up in supply. And it can soon look to move out. I say that, I think he's just gonna max first. Never mind. Just gonna chill, just gonna max out. Of course, it's the first game where we're gonna macro all the way up to like the late game where we're not in the game itself. Smurge, Smurge. So I was just keeping an eye on the bunnies. Just making sure they're okay. Just making sure. Meanwhile, Clem is taking up. We do have the fleet beacon, second Stargates, working towards Skytos. Building up into Skytos composition. Both armies are maxed. So you get a decent EMP. Decent EMP, likewise nice kiting here against the Phoenixes. The rest of the army's coming in. This Calamity Soldiers holding on to those High Templar. Holding on to those Storms. Now, what's scary here is that we're entering a game state that we don't often see, and that is that the Protoss player is getting into Skytos before the Terran has Mass Liberator. It's not really common to see a Protoss player rush into Skytos like this. Very often they stay in kind of like a more mid to late game composition with a more gateway heavy start and a more robo heavy start as well. Really surprising to see Clem take up as quickly as he is. I'm not used to seeing it. Like, Hero doesn't do this, Max Fax doesn't do this, Classic doesn't do this either. This is a little bit more unique, and he's getting there. Like, he's embracing those Tempests. He's slowly working towards it. This is not the same play that we saw at a Hero in his series. Like, Hero was being a lot more careless or a lot more risky in his kind of road to Skytos and his road to Tempest. Here Clem is a lot more secure, and he's getting there. The Tempests are slowly building up, and there's going to be a big power spike as a result for Clem. Big power spike with Tempest. Now, the scary part is this. Clem, he has to slowly peel off and bleed away supply to make room for Tempest. If he loses too much too quickly, it will trigger a counterattack. So, Clem has to be careful. Jeez, oh god, oh god, what's... Like, Wardi fall on his mouse? What happened there? What? I think he was emphasizing the rush distance by ground between the southern bases. True, it is quite short. Oh. It would also be a really good staging ground for a Tempest push as well. True. So Clem gets in, does catch one of the ghosts. Yeah, it does end up catching one of the ghosts, pushing into the bases. ByuN is keeping up. Getting into his own nukes. Right now, I think we're up to 3, soon to be up to 6 Tempest. Making 3 Tempests at a time. And that's what we're really waiting for. Like, right now, we're just kind of posturing, we're poking, we're prodding. Once we get into a bigger Tempest count, then Clem can start pushing into the bases. Nice EMP. ByuN takes a better trade, nuke into the mineral line. And the oh my god, massive connection. Clem, he didn't notice, he didn't see. Takes a nuke to the face. Ay, ay, ay. Oh no, Solar, is that you? Clem, he's never had to deal with nukes before. True. ByuN can push in. ByuN can just keep pushing and chase. Unfortunately, he's only fighting with half his army. Remember that? The other half is coming though. The other half is rallying in. As we have more nukes on the way. And And again, Clem, he was looking pretty good so far up until that moment. Rallies into the army. He'll lose one Tempest. Tempest goes down for free. EMP pops off. Nice EMP on the High Templar. Oh. Yeah, ByuN, he just needs his EMPs to land. And they do. Oh my god. There's still, I want to say, 3 Templar worth of storms. So there's still more storms available. Clem is still hanging on. Once those storms run out, though, ByuN can push. So building on more Liberators. Ooh, does take a storm to the face. Yeah, brutal storm towards the end. As I believe that was the final storm. We can NG overcharge for one more storm, one more High Templar, but he breaks through. Yeah, ByuN breaks through. Takes care of most of the ground army, specifically the High Templar. ByuN's so close. So close. Keep going. Okay, Liberators have to siege forward. Oh, they do punish. Yeah, they punish the blink. There's still so much of the army still in the production. It's still rallying. And ByuN, he's so close to breaking Clem. So close. I want to say there's one storm remaining. And that was it. Okay, never mind. We have more storms. More High Templar coming in. More Templar reinforce. Clem is still hanging on. He's rebuilt his army. Very Stalker heavy. Yeah, very Stalker heavy here. Rushes through the storm. And once again, that was the final storm for Clem. Yeah, without any storms, he cannot be stopped. ByuN, he cannot be stopped. He rushes on forward. Gets on top of the Tempest. Takes down the ground army as well. And ByuN should just keep pushing. He should just be able to just keep on pushing here. And again, this all just came down to the nuke. That nuke was massive. It gave ByuN so much momentum and ensured that Clem could not actually maintain this position. Couldn't maintain his army. And with that, ByuN, he has done it. Yeah, there it is. GG gets called. ByuN, he will break through, he will overwhelm, and ByuN will take a lead in the series 1-0. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Impressive play there out of ByuN, and Clem getting caught out as well. Again, that was an insane nuke there by ByuN to be able to catch out Clem. Clem, of course, he did not notice the nuke. His arm was caught out, was caught off guard, and we saw a brutal connection. GG. GG, well played. With that, ByuN takes a lead. Bearing in mind, though, this is a best of 5, and I do apologize, but again, game 1, we just didn't get into the lobby. We just weren't able to get in. They did start without us, but we should be able to join the lobby for game 2. Should be able to. Oh. And we can observe, Pappy. Oh, we can actually have in-game sounds as well. Crazy, crazy. Here we go. We go. I'm probably gonna have to ruin my sleep schedule today. I'm gonna I say ruin. I mean, I guess now is a good time to adjust for the S2 safe house over the weekend. True. So we're all loading in. And game 2 is gonna be on torches. Ooh, a much smaller map of the map pool, much more aggressive map. Okay. Loading into something much more aggressive. Karina's chilling. You can see Chi-Chi still doing laps. Like Chi-Chi, she's usually a lot more active and she loves running around the house. I'll let you out soon. Chi-Chi, she's hoping for a 3-0. She's like, send it, ByuN, send it. Let me out. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of torches, we have the French Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Team Liquid. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. It is Clem. We have the fanfares back as well, and spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. She's a tornado. She is. She's a tornado. She's a force of nature. She's crazy. But here we go. We're actually in the game this time, and coming into this again, ByuN, he was able to showcase his late game prowess, which is what he's known for. Like, that is where ByuN is at his best. Meanwhile, hello, ByuN, going for the eBay? Huh. Okay, we have seen ByuN hide his racks here before, but yeah, I was gonna say, no, it was a misclick. I was like, what? ByuN. Oh no, that is brutal. Oh no. I was so confused. I was like, usually he hides his racks here. What's happening? Very delayed racks. Had to waste some minerals as well. Yeah, a shaky start here for ByuN. Oh boy. Not like this. Not like this. Also, I didn't notice earlier, that's ByuN is hiding a CC. It's so late as well. It's such a late CC. I mean, he's gonna try to sell a story to Clem. You can see Clem is scouting. He's scouting the left-hand side. Clem is trying to figure out what's going on, and this is a shaky start from ByuN. We'll see if he can get away with it. But I did notice earlier how the Bunzo was getting a banana. Beautiful. From Duckman. Fun fact, Karina has yet to try banana. I have cut a slice of banana for her, but she was very disinterested. Chi has. She loved the banana. But Karina, she has not attempted to try it yet. She scoffed at the idea. She's like, give me hay. Give me grass. Chi will put too much pressure on, yes, too much pressure on ByuN. No. As yeah, an unfortunate start, very unfortunate. From here, ByuN is getting into his 1-1-1, but again, late racks, late CC, late everything. Just everything is just late for ByuN. Here we go. As Clem is moving out. So let's see, is this the finals already? Yes. This is the finals. It's grand finales. Best of 5. We do have a blink base open out of Clem. Opening up blink, going up to 4-gate blinks. Jesus. So 4-gate blink stalk out of Clem. Hyper aggression, which I do really like. And Clem may just end the game. He might just end the game with 4-gate blink. Just because of how delayed ByuN is with everything. It's possible that he may just topple over. It may just end with that push. ByuN behind this, he's rushing into High Flight Rotor Banshees, rushing into Speed Banshees, tank production's underway as well. I will say the 4-gate blink is a little bit weaker on this map just because you have less attack paths. There's no like direct way into the main. But we'll see. As Clem is opening up his half of the map. We're waiting for that Warp Prism. Here it comes. Here comes a Prism. Here comes 4-gate blink. Here we go. And here comes Clem. He's pushing. Again, Clem, he's very committed here with 4-gate blink. His third base is delayed in favor of this. And ByuN has the bare minimum to defend. He's going to have 2 tanks. He does thankfully have a bunker on the low ground. Waiting for the warp in. He's supply blocked! Oh. Clem is supply blocked. No, now is not the time to be supplied, so he doesn't get to warp in. Oh god, stuck at 70 out of 70. Yeah, everyone's making mistakes here. And ByuN does hold. Then he holds on, the bunker will fall. That was the worst time to get supply blocked. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah. Clem dives in though. Dives in, takes down the tank, takes down both tanks. We'll take some losses. Does break through the tank line. The Marines are holding on. And ByuN survives. Yeah, ByuN, he does survive. He does defend. Awkward recall. Very awkward recall there. As the right, Banshee gets across the map, does force a recall. And ByuN is still in this. Let's go. This has been a messy game. Very messy game, but it's fine. ByuN, he does hold it, does survive. And now we can build up into a longer game. We can attempt to. The Banshee didn't really get much done, but at least forced the recall. Clem again, he's able to poke in. Picking up a couple of Marines. And the game may just stabilize from here, to be honest. Like, after a very chaotic start to the game, after a very chaotic first 7 minutes, the game may just stabilize. It may just build up to 3 bases and get into a longer macro game. We're heading in that direction. Oh boy. Jesus. As ByuN, he's going to be expanding towards Clem. He's going for the forward base. Clem getting into Storm. ByuN breaks. He just okay, we just pull the boys. I was assuming that he was gonna throw down the third CC. Nah, he just pulls the boys. 2 base all in out of ByuN. One way or another, the game is about to end. The storm is complete. That's a lot of storm. Oh, but Clem out of position. Does take 1 shot to the face. Tanks are pushing forward, but they're lagging a little bit behind. The High Templar, they make it back home. There's 5 Templar in total. That's a lot of storm. At the same time, Clem does get across the map. Comes down to how well the storms do connect. Not bad. Does graze the army, doesn't kill anything yet. Another storm does run away. Tank shots going up. Nice tank firing on the High Templar, and ByuN has done it. Yeah, ByuN, he does it. He breaks through the Templar. There's what, 1 storm remaining. We could have an energy. Okay, there's the energy overcharge. 2 storms. 2 storms left. And ByuN is breaking through. He's breaking on through. He's doing it. He's so close. Oh. Tank blow is going up. Drop into the main. And ByuN, he does need to target fire those High Templar. If they get close enough. There's the first storm. Yeah, decent storm on the ramp. We have a decent storm. Tanks are moving in. They're on siege. Yeah, tanks that get caught. Yeah, massive connection. Well, massive catch here. Catching out 2 tanks on siege. Boys now being pulled. Another tank goes down. Yeah, fumbled assault there from ByuN. Losing all 4 tanks. That should not have happened. Another storm with a ByuN. And Clem holds. Wow. Clem, he holds on. He was able to get all 4 tanks. GG gets called. Clem survives, and Clem ties up the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. ByuN, he got a little bit too excited by pushing a little bit too forward. He unsieged 2 tanks at a time. He pushed forward, he got caught unsieged. Likewise, took a storm to the face on top of the ramp as well. He split up his army. He was late to react with his SCVs, so a fumbled attack towards the end there. Clem holds. Clem takes the game, ties up the series. GG, well played. We're tied up. We're going to game 3. going into game 3. Ah, look, they're together. Ah, they're grooming. Beautiful. Here we go. So we're getting into game 3. Going to be loading into Persephone. Squishing is commencing. Yes, they're very squished. Ah. But yeah, I'm probably going to stay up all night with the bunnies to make up for how long this tournament is. We'll make up for it. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the French Protoss. We have the French Protoss way. We have the red Protoss representing Team Liquid. Tying up the series, it is Clem. Also, hello ByuN, as he moves out with not just one, with 2 SCVs. And here we go in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player going for the proxy 2 racks, representing Shopify. It is ByuN. Let's go. Let us go as both SCVs are sent across the map. Again, we had a shaky game for both players in game number 2 on torches, but here in Persephone, we're locked in. We're locked in. Going for the proxy 2 racks. Clem, he will go for his probe scout across the map. Clem, he'll confirm that the racks are missing, and we'll see how Clem reacts from there. See how he does react. Here we go. Raxes are finishing. Clem, he does probe scout. He sees, hold up. Rax is missing. Only 1 gas. Something is wrong. Something is amiss. Does go for a cyber core before expanding. So playing it safe. And he will scout. He will confirm. Yeah, big scout here from Clem. He does scout. He does confirm. Does force a cancel on the intended proxy marauder. Does force a cancel on the tech labs. And with that, Clem, he can react and respond well. So the game will continue. Clem, he should defend against this. So Zelt's on the way. Oh, nice delay on the expansion though. eBay is thrown down. Remember, the Reaper is later for ByuN because he was forced to cancel his tech lab. And it's on ByuN to delay the expansion for as long as possible. Delay for as long as he can. If you remember, a hero in this position would be proxying a Stargate. But Clem is not quite as adventurous. But I did see in the YouTube chat, no game sounds. There was no game sound for game 1, unfortunately. We were left out of the game, so didn't have any sound for game 1. Game 2 forward, we should be good. Should be good. As Rax is floating back, ByuN expanding on the low ground, so is Clem. So ByuN, after going for his initial proxy 2 racks, what do we go for? A 3rd CC. We're rushing to a 3rd CC. The natural wasn't even done, by the way, so insanely greedy, insanely fast 3rd CC here out of ByuN. The hope is that Clem leaves him alone. The hope is that Clem doesn't scout. So if Clem fails to scout, if he doesn't see this, then ByuN will get away with murder. This is insane greed out of ByuN. Not just a 3rd base, but on location as well. Does he get away with it? If it goes unscouted, it will. If it gets scouted, he should be punished. Like Clem, he should punish if he figures out what's going on. Blink is on the way. 2-gate Blink. Ooh. If Clem goes 2-gate Blink into a third base, then ByuN takes a lead. So Clem, he might be tempted to expand. He's going for a Warp Prism. He's expanding. ByuN gets away with it. Wow. It was a big gamble here. But it looks like Clem is going to expand and get a third, which means ByuN should not be punished. Oh, I say that. That is going to be... I mean, it's a delayed third gateway. Prism is out. Clem is moving. He's pushing. And we'll see what he can get done. Back at home, ByuN, he's relatively secure. I mean, he has 3 Marines and 2 tanks. Doesn't really have much of an army to work with. Bam drops in with 4 Stalkers. They can one-shot SCVs. Gets 1, gets 2. 2, 3 SCVs going down. A nice damage here by Clem. Gets 4 SCVs. Takes off the Marines as well. 5 SCV kills even. Jesus. 5, 6 SCVs. GG. GG gets called, and with that, Clem, he does take a lead in the series, 2-1. It was a brutal start. I mean, ByuN had a third base, so I feel like he could still recover from that with a greater economy, but in the end, it does tap out. GG. GG, well played. Again, with the faster third base getting up and running, I feel like he could have still like played that out and recovered from that damage. I feel like. I'm checking to see if there was something happening on the minimap. No, there was nothing else happening on the minimap. Yeah, GG. GG. And with that, we're now getting into our next game. Going to be loading into ByuN. Let's go. Let us go. I need to see that nuke lift. True, true. Clem's third seemed to be late. No. Remember, he went 2-gate Blink. He went 2-gate Blink into a third base. Like, Clem's third was not as fast as ByuN's, but it was, you know, decently timed. But here we go. Here we go. We're getting into game number 4, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of ByuN, we have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Team Liquid. Leading the series 2-1, it is Clem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. Unfortunately, ByuN, he didn't get the damage he was hoping for last game when it came to his 2-axe Reaper. His 2-axe Reaper was lackluster, didn't really get much done, and he took a really big chance rushing to a third base. He did get away with it, but what I will say is that Clem, he was able to kill 6 SCVs and probably find more damage. That's probably why ByuN tapped out, is because Clem, he saved all 4 Stalkers. He was going to continue drop harassing, and ByuN had no good answer to that. Because of ByuN's greed, because of his faster third base, everything else was delayed. So ByuN, he was like struggling to keep up with the drop with like 4 Marines and 2 tanks. So from there, like, ByuN probably believed he would just lose too much and then tapped out. If Clem didn't go for a War Prism, then different story, but Prism means that he can just continue to harass. So with that, GG. With that, GG well played. With that, we're getting to our next game. Very being annoying. I missed that. I missed the worker micro here. I know that ZZZ means that ByuN is laughing. That's like in the Korean keyboard, like it's the same key as like the letters for laughing. There we go. There we go. From here, ByuN double gas into a faster factory, into a delayed CC. And we'll see where he takes us. Oh, okay. So ByuN goes Reaper first, followed by his add-ons. This may be early. We'll see if we go for an early tank. If you go for an early tank, this is going to be an early push. It is pylon, true. Cyclone first. Does open Cyclone. Eyes are going to be on ByuN. We're going to pylon. Pylon, of course, is one of the rush maps. Shorter rush distance by ground. Aggression is favored on this map. And we'll see how aggressive ByuN is going to be. Eyes is still on that production tab. So he does get the Cyclone. Tank production has begun. And we'll see if ByuN goes into the early medevac. Does he go medevac? Does he go Viking? Yeah, let's go. He's pushing. So early medevac, he's going for a marine tank push. So very early push here, very early move outs. ByuN is going to be moving out with one tank, and he's going to be reinforcing with a second tank from across the map. So hyper aggression out of ByuN. If this goes unscattered, this can snowball out of control. If you remember, ByuN was able to kill MaxPax with this build. This build did work against MaxPax in the semis. If you remember, it was on White Rabbits. MaxPax had no idea. He just had no idea that the army was coming. And MaxPax, he was caught with his pants down. Likewise, we'll see if the same happens to Clem. As Clem, he gets caught out, he'll lose one. He'll lose one adept. He sees the army. Getting ready back at home. There's a safety shield battery. True. Shield battery is done. Here comes ByuN. And again, he's rallying. He's rallying everything across the map. His tank, his Viking. Okay, he's coming. Does get within range here of the gateway at least. Gateway's gonna fall. You can see Clem getting ready for a surround. Blink is done, so he's again coming in from behind. Looking to collapse on the army. He does get a free tank. Oh no! Yeah, tank goes down for free. Massive pickup. Takes down the tank. And Clem is coming in from behind. A little bit too soon. Okay, Clem a little bit premature. Ideally want to come in with everything. Adept is threatening a shade. Waiting for the immortal. Oh! And ByuN is kind of trapped. ByuN, he is stuck. There's the blink. Yeah, does blink in, does shade. Tank goes down. Yeah, the tank, the medevac, a little stalkers are going to be falling here, but in the end he holds. Yeah, Clem, he does hold, he shuts us down. ByuN was so committed here, and he trades against the stalkers at least, but it's an expensive trade. ByuN will lose everything. Back at home, what does ByuN have? He has two tanks. He has one on the low ground, one on the high ground. So he has two tanks, he has some marines. Do we have any high ground here for Clem? No, no high ground. Pushing into natural, the tank is too far back. Oh. As Clem contains ByuN, he expands. So Clem getting his third base up and running. The Immortal has arrived. With the help of the Immortal, he can break through the bunker and the tank. Speaking of, he wants that bunker. And he will get it. Bunker goes down. Jesus. Clem, calm down. Calm down, Clem. Behind this is just building up his gateway army, so going for a massive gateway explosion, ninja charge, +1, storm is on the way as well. So Clem is building up into a gateway heavy composition. It's building up. ByuN moves out. And ideally, Clem, he wants to wait for ByuN to move out. He wants to wait for the push. While ByuN moves out with his army, here comes the War Prism. Vikings in position. Okay, not bad. Zones away Clem. Clem is zoned back. Zella drop into the main. Viking not quite in position. Once again, Clem has to wait for ByuN to move out. And then he can strike. He's got plenty of storm. And ByuN cannot expand. Yeah, no shot. he's stuck on 2 bases, cannot expand. Clem getting a fourth. Fourth base is on the way. Clem getting further ahead. And again, the reason why Clem has such a lead is because ByuN was basically all in previously and he failed to kill. He failed to kill. With that failed all in, he's fallen behind. Everything else is so late for ByuN as a result. At the same time, Clem should not push into the natural. There's no need. There's no need. ByuN has a much stronger advantage at the natural as well. Clem just has to wait for ByuN to move to him. To move out to him instead. That's collapsing in. Going for the tanks. Tanks are going to be going down. Storms are coming in as well. Yeah, no target firing there from ByuN. EMP doesn't quite connect. Oh, that's it. High Templar, Clem. Yeah, brutal pickup. Massive mistake there from Clem. Clem's High Templar. EMPs are brutal, but it may not matter. it may not matter. Storms here would have been the nail in the coffin, but despite that, the boys are being pulled. SCVs are going down, and Clem, he outtrades ByuN. And even without Storm, he has too much. That's 30 SCV kills. That was maybe the best fight that ByuN could have hoped for, as he EMP'd every single High Templar, but again, it still doesn't matter. Like that, it shows how far behind ByuN is. Shows he's just too far behind. Storm wasn't even necessary. It would have made things easier for sure. And GG gets called. Clem, he will take the series 3-1, becoming this week's WardiTV Monday number 56 champion. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Congratulations here to Clem as well as claiming the series. Again, a very chaotic back and forth between the two players. Game 1 was amazing. Game 1, we got a long macro game between the two, and we saw that ByuN was able to showcase his prowess in the late game, but he never got there again. He never got there again in Game 2, 3, and 4. Both players aggressive in their own way. You can see Karina, she's lucky. But GG, well played. Congratulations here to Clem as it does claim that series. Here we go. But with that GG, well played. With that Clem, he will claim the series. Again, ByuN, he did go for the attempted all-in. He unfortunately was able to get outside of the natural, but did not push into the bases. He did fail to really break that 2-base setup. He failed to break the natural of Clem, and from there, Clem snowballed out of control. GG, well played. Congratulations. And again, even though ByuN had like the best fight possible there towards the end, that's still too far behind. Too far behind, so we're just stuck on 2 bases. And yeah, congratulations to Clem. Shout out to ByuN as well. Like ByuN, I was not favoring him against MaxPax, to be honest. MaxPax is typically favored against ByuN. But ByuN, he had a very impressive showing here tonight, taking down Creator and MaxPax as well to make it to the grand finals. And there's definitely a world out there where you could have taken it to Clem as well. So really impressive play there by ByuN. He has been improving a lot in TVP. Not quite enough to bring down Clem's Protoss, but strong nonetheless. Strong play nonetheless here. GG, well played. Likewise, shout out to Clem because he did not have an easy road here. He took down Classic, Hero, and ByuN to be our champion. So a very, very difficult road there from Clem. Was able to pop off as well. With that, we are going to be wrapping up here for the night. Much longer cast here today, almost 5 hours. Almost 5-hour cast. The next broadcast is going to be in less than 24 hours, is going to be the MSO, the Masters 1 Open. That is going to be followed by the SE2 Safe House. So tomorrow is going to be the StarCraft 2 Safe House. That's going to be a big event happening in the Americas, featuring players from the Americas, from Latino America and from North America as well. We are going to be the B stream. We're going to be the B stream for that event. That'll be in around 24 hours time. So in around 24 hours, we're going to be live with the SE2 Safe House. Only day 1. We're only going to be there for day 1. Day 2, we're not going to be available, or I should say, there's no B stream required for day 2. But for day 1, we will be there to support and to showcase all the players. Likewise, we do have the Tuning Cup that evening as well. So it's not the worst thing that the event was as long as it was, I guess, just because we're staying up anyway. But now it's time to let the bunnies out. Let him out, Popular. I know they're very antsy right now. They're like, they should have been out 2 hours ago. They should have been out 2 hours ago. So I do apologize. I'll be there for them. We'll let them out. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I do appreciate it. Gonna spend some time with the bunnies, and likewise work on editing VODs and working on things. If you want to support us, you can do so via following us on YouTube, !socials in the chat. You'll get a link to our YouTube channel. We do upload on YouTube on a daily basis. We also stream on YouTube on a daily basis as well. So all the VODs, all the content is over on YouTube. Likewise, you can support us on Patreon, !Patreon in the chat as well, to be able to support us and support our tournaments. We do fund and we do run events on a weekly basis. We have plenty of tournaments: Sparkling, Tunic Cup, Duckling Open, Master 1 Open, and as well as the Tenacious Total Tussle. We do host events on a regular basis, and most of them are funded via our Patreon. So thank you so much to all of our supporters on Patreon. Thank you so much. You can see just under ByuN's name, you can see our current goal on Patreon is 670 USD a month, and we currently earn 563. We're working on that next goal. We're getting there. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Bunnies will be like Braveheart. Freedom. Yes, the bunnies. But thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. I'm gonna go let the bunnies out and get some food as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for support. See you next time. Hasta luego. Ciao. Bye. Ciao. See you tomorrow for SE2 Safe House and for a Masters 1 Open. See you then.